Welcome to the ArmaniTalks YouTube channel. I'm your host, ArmaniTalks. In this channel, I'm covering communication skills for you to level up your way with words and become much more articulate. In today's episode, we are entering the world of storytelling, and I'm going to be breaking down a key distinction between gossiping and storytelling. Gossiping deals more with people, while storytelling deals more with concepts. There's been a couple of times when I'm talking to someone and they are telling me one of the most riveting encounter with other people. And as this person is talking about other people, they're saying it with so much machismo, so much charisma, so much beautiful tonality that it encapsulates me. I love the way that they are explaining how other people are causing drama in their own lives. Later on, what happens is that I'll see another guy, and this guy is somewhat boring, very monotone, doesn't have that fire in his belly, but he knows something that the rest of us want to know. There was this one time that there was this guy from our community who got busted for having an illegal gun on him, and the cops took him away. And we were thinking, well, what happened next? Because we don't just want to hear that and that's it. What happened next? The only person that had details about what happened next was this boring guy. When he joined us, we grilled him. We asked him, so what happened? And this boring, long-winded guy in his monotone voice begins to explain what happened to the guy that got busted with the gun. Despite him being so flat, we were enthralled. Why were we enthralled? It doesn't matter if someone is delivering news about other people with beautiful tonality or if they're monotoned, we immediately become enthralled. Why? It's because in some weird ways, gossiping is in our nature. I call gossiping primal fame. Before radios, TVs, newspapers, how did word get out about someone? Through word of mouth. Whenever there was someone in your village that was highly skilled at something, you would go over to your neighbor's place and you would gossip about them. And now they knew, and they would gossip to others in the village. And likewise, if there was someone shady in your village, you would use your mouth and you would gossip about them, and others would hear about this shady individual. Whenever you're thinking society, view human beings as chatty neurons. If you have this mental model, you will understand that gossiping is somewhat in our nature. We don't have to even learn how to gossip. No one sat you down and said, here's how you gossip about others. It's a power that we are born with, just like we are born with the power to imagine. I don't think gossiping overall is bad. Every now and then it could be used in a good way where you are gossiping about a person's recent win. Overall though, gossiping is done in a salacious way where it talks about drama from other people's life and it embellishes the bad parts of their life and undermines the good. Gossiping overall deals with other people. Stories, on the other hand, deal more with concepts. At times you could be talking about other people within your stories, but the more distant the figure, the more that figure becomes a concept rather than a human. And what do I mean by this? For example, if I'm telling you about Alexander the Great, I'm explaining who he was, how he rose to power, what led to his downfall. Technically, I'm talking about another human, but since he is so far away from my everyday experience, he is no longer just a human to me. He is a concept. Similarly with Barack Obama, if I'm talking about Obama, I don't know him. I have no personal connection with him. So whenever I am talking about Barack Obama, it seems like I'm providing commentary on a distant political figure rather than someone that I know. If I'm talking about my best friend, that is perceived as gossiping. If I'm talking about Barack Obama, that is perceived as storytelling. Can you ever turn gossip into stories? Yes, you can. And that is what the essence of the ArmaniTalks business is down to. Most of the stories in the ArmaniTalks business are from my firsthand experiences. What I try to do though is I switch the names. Okay? In my book, The Art and Science of Storytelling, I talk about the best place to find inspiration for stories is your own life. There are plenty of moments where you went through a dramatic scene, a mysterious scene. Someone stole from you, you didn't know who it was. A happy scene. Your life is the best story out there. But if you're over here telling your life stories and you're name dropping, that is viewed as you gossiping about others. And others, if they discover your YouTube channel, they're not going to appreciate that. So what you want to do is you want to still keep the same life stories and you want to switch the names. Once you switch the names, these people suddenly become concepts and you can extract the lessons. See, stories have lessons where gossiping doesn't really have lessons. So once you switch the names, you're capable of focusing on the message that the story was trying to teach you rather than the people involved in the story. Let's say one time your brother's best friend stole $200 from him. Your brother beats up this guy. Now on your YouTube channel, instead of name dropping your brother and his best friend, you switch the names and you could even switch the item that was stolen. Rather than it being $200, let's say it was a PS2. And when you're explaining the story, rather than focusing so much on the humans, what you're really trying to drive home to your listeners is you don't want to steal from a good friend because you're going to break trust. And every now and then you may get beat up. That is the essence of the story. And this has a lesson. So gossiping is more about other people. Stories are about concepts. To turn gossiping material into stories, just change the names and you could just make certain tweaks so you keep the essence of the message, but you don't throw other people under the bus. Because one day people are going to discover your YouTube channel, and if you are name dropping them, they're going to feel a certain type of way. So if you enjoyed today's talk and you want to get more practical insights like this into storytelling, be sure to check out my book, The Art and Science of Storytelling. Within this book, you will learn how to build universes, how to build relatable characters, how to build villains that others despise, and much more. Check out The Art and Science of Storytelling in the links in the description box, the pinned comment, or go on ArmaniTalks.com and grab your copy today. Thank you very much for joining the Armani Talks YouTube channel, and I will catch you next time.